ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 1 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೂ ಮೇಲ್ಪಟ್ಟು ಅವರು ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು
Dissent is a crucial part of democracy and protest is a constitutional right, which Bangalore police is trying to suppress. Multiple social organizations protested together at Maurya Circle. During the previous BJP government's tenure, an order was issued by the police commissioner that any protest should only be held in Freedom Park. Protesters strongly opposed this move by the BJP government and demanded the removal of restrictions on protests. When a large number of protesters started to march towards Vidhan Sauda, they were detained by the police.
So, with the prohibition on protest outside of Freedom Park, the government of Karnataka, the previous government of Karnataka was curtailing the basic fundamental right of the citizens of Bangalore, the right to dissent, the right to express their democratic rights were being curtailed. And here citizens of Bangalore from various organizations, from All India Students Association, from Bahutwa, DSS, all these organizations, citizens have come together to show their dissent, and we are giving an ultimatum to the Chief Minister to withdraw this anti-people law as soon as possible, and we'll be marching from here to Vidhan Sauda today.
And I think it is good that we should be protesting within the city, not be confined to some place where we're not visible. And this is particularly important for marginal groups like workers, because their pain is not seen by anybody else. And it's only by marching through the streets of the city, inflicting some kind of discomfort to car owners and others, will they realize that there are other people in the city, that the city belongs to others too, and that it is painful for them to live in the conditions they're living in. And I think we have to be able to do that.
तो संदर्भ तो पता है ना कि 2 साल पहले एक जियो निकली थी कि फ्रीडम पार्क के अलावा बेंगलोर में कहीं और धरना प्रदर्शन नहीं कर सकते हैं। अब आप बताइए, बेंगलोर इतनी बड़ी शहर है, बेंगलोर राजधानी है कर्नाटका की, ऐसी जगह पे आप कहोगे कि सब एक ही जगह प्रोटेस्ट करो, जो बिल्कुल एक कार पार्किंग जगह है। मतलब वहाँ जो फ्रीडम पार्क एक जेल थी, आज हमको बंद कर रहे हैं धरना प्रदर्शन करने वालों की। देखिए, हमको बोलने का हक है, हमको अपनी बात रखने का हक है। जब हमको बेइंसाफी के खिलाफ आवाज उठानी है तो हम कैसे उठाएंगे? तो इसके लिए जरूरी है कि हमें अभिव्यक्ति का हक हो और हमें प्रोटेस्ट धरना प्रदर्शन रखने का हक हो।
The right to protest is a right of all citizens. It's given in the constitution, but they have curtailed the right. The previous BJP government said you can only protest at the Freedom Park. Okay. In spite of that law being there, they misused it. We thought that the Congress government and the commission, what order the commissioner had passed, they will take it back because it is not feasible. Freedom Park has got a history where a lot of protests have happened, and it has happened in a very peaceful way. The access to that place also is tough. So anything, like for instance, if something happens in Devanhalli is 30 kilometers from here, people don't get a right to protest there. They are asked to come to Freedom Park. So it is all this stringent law is not in the interest of public.
Because we've been really struggling to get our voices heard or to express any kind of dissent in the state, be it with regard to caste-based issues, gender-based issues, issues that we're facing within the colleges to do with scholarship. There's no space for us to be able to voice this dissent because of the police restrictions on protest. Getting permission is an extremely tedious process, and we only get permission for Freedom Park when no one really sees us. The whole point of protest is also that we get to interact with the public. In a sense, it's a way for us to express our anger against the government, but also a way for us to build awareness and reach out to
the makers of Constitution and Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, freedom fighters, discussed several years to give us some fundamental rights in the Constitution, which reflected centuries of freedom struggle. That involves freedom of association, freedom of speech, which includes freedom of association, and freedom of assembly and freedom of struggle. And now, say with onset of unleashing of globalization and also unleashing of communalism simultaneously in 91 or 92, say these restrictions are continuously being imposed. This order has to be withdrawn, should be withdrawn, and the people of Bangalore should rise up till this is withdrawn.
बेंगलुरु बहुत है, इधर में बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स है, इसलिए मैं वो प्रोटेस्ट करने का दूसरा जगह में देना। पहले 2018 के पहले इधर भी मौर्य सर्कल में, मैसूर बैंक में, फ्रीडम पार्क में दूसरा जगह में कर सकता है ना। अभी नहीं बोल रहे, इसलिए मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, वो सभी आदमी का, सभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस का इधर मिलके वो क्या कमिश्नर वो ऑर्डर दे दिया ना, वो इसका अबलिश करना। अभी वो राजीव गांधी का भारत जोड़ो का वो प्रोग्राम किया ना, किधर होता उधर जाएगा, परमिशन दे दिया। मैं इधर के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल राइट पूछने का कई को ऐसा डिनाई करना है, इसलिए मैं डिमांड कर रहा है वो कमिश्नर क्या 2021-22 में ऑर्डर दिया वो कैंसिल करना। वो बेंगलुरु सभी वो थोड़ा जगह में आए, जो जगह में प्रोटेस्ट करने का, यू प्लीज गिव द परमिशंस, यू अबॉलिश दैट ऑर्डर, कमिश्नरेट ऑर्डर।
The government is not allowing to protest. I wanted to tell you, under the constitution, it clearly says that strike is a fundamental right. That being the case, nobody is having any right to curtail my protest and our protest. See, today being the Gandhi birthday, Gandhi Jayanti, what is Gandhi? Gandhi fought for the nation. He fought against the British. That's a strike. Otherwise, it's called a strike. Without the strike, we would have not got the independence. This has to be understood by any government. So, in the circumstances, I wanted to quote one thing. In many of the incidents which has happened against the human being, we'll go there and we'll fight against that illegal activities. We got some sort of relief. That is the case. If the police says or the government says go to the Freedom Park, it is meaningless. Our protest is that where the injustices happen, we have to go there and we are protest.
So far, there has been no response from the police department or the Home Minister's office. It remains to be seen when the Congress government, which speaks of social justice, will fulfill the demands of these protesters.